Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Zimbaglo, and with me once again is...
We are strong.
Yes, we are. Yeah, and today is actually First Contact Day, which is a day so important that they made a movie about it where there was a bunch of plucky humans who defeated the Borg for the first time.
Well, except the ones who defeated them had fought them at least three or four occasions before and won, but...
Yeah. But that's not really what the day was all remembered for either. No, that was in fact the day that Zephyr Cochrane broke the warp barrier for the first time and ended up finding the Vulcans.
Well, more specifically, the Vulcans.
The Vulcans found him, yeah.
Happened in 50 years, folks. Look forward to it.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. But to commemorate the First Contact Day, there is in fact actually an in-game event in Star Trek Online, where we get to get a little replica of the Phoenix for ourselves. I should have. Normally, I could go to the space dock and pick it up from there, but Star Trek Online lets you just hail everyone who has a quest, so why should I bother?
The lovely concept of MMOs with cell phones.
Yeah, like what is up with that? So anyway, it wants us to go to Utopia Planeta, which is the primary shipbuilding station here in Sol System, which, if I remember correctly, is over here. Probably where this vast mass of people are all sitting around waiting.
With lovely names such as the USS Waddy.
Yeah, and the USS Shieldliger.
Someone like Zoids.
Yeah. And here is the USS Tuatha De Danann.
No, that's...
that one's pretty good.
That's Irish mythology,
yeah.
Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Full Metal Panic, but I'm going to go with
it's
the
also
more
a
likely...
submarine.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's a guy called Duke Nukem in the USS Obliterator. Oh, and Bulbasaur in the USS Jolene.
I'm disappointed. His ship should have been named like the USS Johto.
People's naming conventions in MMOs.
Of course, I'm in the USS Rankin Bass, so...
Man, what are you up to? Jeez. Is it over here?
I have no idea. I'm just following you.
Actually, maybe it's not. I mean, I think that's where everyone...
There's a giant thing out there.
I
don't know. I know canonically...
Actually, I think it's probably this one over here.
I was going to say, I think canonically, what was it called? Planitia, whatever, is like in orbit around Mars or something.
You know what? Just we'll warp out to sector space. It'll let us warp right into it from outside of Sol.
That works.
In fact, it might be that big thing I was heading towards, but you know what? Just we'll take the easy way.
Mm-hmm. Ah, here we go.
In fact, it might have just opened up the thing for you right away.
It in fact did.
Okay. So the First Contact Day was actually a bigger deal last year when it was announced for the first time, because it was actually set up for an in-game event that was going to occur a little bit later, namely the release of the new Enterprise that was created from a contest with the community, where people were allowed to basically submit designs for what the new ship would look like. So what you actually did was you came here and you talked to the bridge crew of the new Enterprise as they were waiting for the ship to be finished. Now they've actually set it up as you are talking to them because the Enterprise is here for some refitting. So they're just lying around in the same place they were last year, conveniently.
How convenient.
Yeah. And so you can go to all these guys and just ask them, hey, what are you doing on the Enterprise? Like, Commander Winters here used to be one of the low-level... In fact, he still kind of is one of the low-level quest guys. And then they decide to give him the first officer position on the new Enterprise. And then you can ask everyone about what they think about First Contact Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I looked around. I couldn't find an answer as to why. I mean, it's April 5th because that's what it was in the movie First Contact, but I couldn't find a production reason as to why they picked that date. Like, I was thinking, originally I was thinking it might be Gene Roddenberry's birthday or something, but I couldn't find anything. So I'm wondering if there's a reason behind that, or it was just arbitrary.
Most of the people that you can go around here and talk to them about stuff for the like what they're doing on the new Enterprise, most of these people are people that you just haven't seen before. In fact, I think Winters and where did he put himself?
Lieutenant Cav?
No. Oh, he's over here. In fact, yeah, I think the only two people that you have seen before that are commanding the Enterprise is the captain and the first officer. And you might recognize Captain Sean from a previous episode. He was actually flying something else then, though.
The Enterprise was being watched, so he had to take out his other ship.
Yeah, clearly. No, actually, he in universe he was captaining a different ship, and then when the Enterprise was completed, he due to his valor on a mission that is way in the future from where we are right now, he gets chosen to be the captain. In fact, actually, the text for this still sort of suggests the Enterprise F is not actually finished.
Of course, the funny thing with that is, if you think about it, it basically took them 30 years to build a new Enterprise after the last one got trashed.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm wrong on that, because apparently it didn't get trashed in that movie. I for some reason I thought it basically got completely destroyed in Nemesis, but I guess it didn't.
No, the Enterprise E is fine, except so Cryptic has been sort of cagey on getting around to what happened to the Enterprise E, and they
probably
keep
for
saying,
good reason.
We will get to that and what is up with Data at some point. Please leave us alone. We can't do anything right now. Like basically, like so the official story is that here is actually, I think, the only person in the entire group that if you ask them, hey, what's up with First Contact Day, will actually mention that the Enterprise E was there.
Well, I think they're assuming everybody saw the movie.
I'm also pretty sure that most of these, that they are assuming that most of these people don't know because time travel.
That would imply there's some kind of bureau within the Federation that investigates and quiets stories about time travel.
Well, there isn't yet.
No, there's apparently it was an episode of Deep Space. It was the Trials and Tribulations, I think it was, where there was essentially guys who came out and gave paperwork to everybody who ever time traveled.
I must have just forgotten that part, because
they don't place it
every
because
episode,
they literally can't.
Every episode I remember offhand that specifically involved time travel ended up having guys from the future who would come back and say, would you guys stop doing that? Seriously?
Yeah. No, at this point, there's basically, it's like two guys in business suits who basically go to Captain and say, did you change future? No? Okay.
because it's not like they're gonna know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's the guys from the future who would know. Anyway, yeah. So First Contact Day. The big thing about First Contact Day last year. Oh, actually, an interesting thing is that the stations down there where you can see the models of the starships, those stations are actually interactable, so you can go around and change what ship is being displayed. Except they are all tied to, like, this is what everyone is seeing, not just me. So you could seriously have people just going around and being jerks and changing the ships on everyone.
It's weird because I can't interact with it.
Really?
Oh, never mind. I'm stupid because it's in the right corner.
Oh,
let's see. Let's find something. No.
What?
Enterprise E.
Is that the E?
I think that's E.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. I was gonna say it was the Odyssey because I was looking at it at a funny angle.
Oh, they do look pretty similar.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
which
sure
is kind of intentional. Yeah, that's not the Odyssey. The Odyssey has much more. Well, first off, the Odyssey has the hole in its neck, and secondly, it has much sleeker nacelles.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it has the Odyssey in the rotation here.
That's
So I'm pretty sure it has every single ship in here.
Shuttle pod.
Yeah. That is actually the Worker Bees, which is one of the Odyssey's consoles. Science ships are so bad.
That one is. Having looked at a few more, they aren't as bad as I thought, but they are still not. This one is bad. The one
this one is bad.
Around.
Actually, no. This isn't even the worst one of its entire line.
That one's not bad.
That one's not bad. That's one of the escorts. That one's all right. I like how they made the Defiant look absolutely.
Right there.
Yeah, I like how they made the Defiant look absolutely massive.
And here in the actual game, it's not that big.
Yeah.
Unless it's random, which it might be.
Actually, no, it's not random. Huh, it's weird because I was pretty sure the Odyssey was in the rotation, but apparently it isn't. All right. Anyway, we actually have stuff to do.
Yeah, we have to go pirate radio. Why are we? We can just beam out, you know. Just call our ship and say, "Hey, pick us up. We don't need to walk anywhere." And my captain's gut reflects that.
That's just rude. You should get more exercise.
I have to run around and shoot guys all the time.
Alright, so, what is my next available mission?
Kuvah'Magh.
The Kuvah'Magh.
Which I'm assuming is a Klingon word for...
Yep. So, but actually...
Party.
Something like that, yeah. But actually, very quickly before we do this, I am actually going to talk about another system that I just unlocked because I hit level 7, which I think you have access to as well, which is the Duty Officer system.
Yes.
So Duty Officers is a passive-ish system that Cryptic released about a year ago now, I guess. And the way it works is that you get a number of characters which are duty officers, and they are basically, for all intents and purposes, they are items. You can't really do anything with them, but you can slot them into certain parts of your ship. Well, actually, you get 10 total slots that you can put duty officers into to give you a variety of buffs. And in addition to that, you can also send your duty officers on missions to get you items, XP, or commendation points towards a variety of different categories. And these categories also, once you reach certain levels in them, give you a variety of bonuses. And when you send people on a mission, they're gone for a certain amount of time, and it's just this big thing about just keeping arranging these people and sending them out and just making sure that everything is managed pretty well. And it is a nice passive system, which to be something you can do and get a lot of XP without actually doing a lot of other content.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you want it to be if you thought that all the combat in this game was dumb and you didn't want to do so much running around shooting up other ships, you can totally get to the max level without actually having to do any combat missions through a combination of knowing what missions are combat and not, and making use of the duty officer system. So, I actually have to go to Starfleet Academy for this, though. Which, yeah, we should probably just quickly do. Did you already complete this one?
Yes, I did.
Alright. So you might as well head towards the Regulus system, and I'll see you there.
Okay. Except I just hit transwarp to Earth space dock, so...
Oh.
I'll wait for you. Just remember, these peoples have names and faces, so
Yeah. In fact, it is in fact possible for some of them to die on missions.
Mm-hmm.
But only if they are of common rank. In other words, they are white. Any one which is kind of important will actually just be injured instead.
In other words, if they are played by a semi-famous actor, they're safe.
Yeah, in fact, some of the characters you can get are goofy in that front. Like there is a whole set of ones that you can unlock that were they were basically holographic characters based on characters from Hamlet.
I would definitely put Hamlet in charge of something. Ship's council. Ship's council.
The funny
That's
thing,
why I'd make Hamlet too.
The funny thing is that for some of them as well, like the whole. That's not who I wanted to go talk to.
It's funny because I beamed down here, but I'm like nowhere near you.
So, like the story basis behind getting those duty officers is that the missions that you go to pick them up are basically, there was a Ferengi who is trying to sabotage your ship by giving you a buggy holodeck program.
So it's a holodeck episode.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, so now that I've got some duty officers, I can open up the duty officer page. So over here on the side is the combinations, and you see there are a lot of them.
There
and
you are.
Of them, hey, hello.
Hi.
And some of them build faster than others. You can only have so many duty officers, and you can buy more slots through the C store if you so wish. And there are a number of open slots that you can set people on assignments for. And most places you can go to will have different assignments. So you yourself will have your own pool of assignments that you will always have access to, which will cycle through every hour. And then each map will have their own set of missions that cycles roughly every 3 hours and 40 minutes. Certain missions are on a chain, which are indicated by basically a number. And there'll also be yellow text. Yellow text is basically saying that it's basically a out of series description giving a clarification of what this mission will actually do. Like some missions will very specifically get rid of duty officers even if they normally wouldn't, and they will use yellow text to very specifically state that. Which I don't think I have any missions at the moment which are anything like that.
I don't.
But yeah. But I've got this one here, which is actually 1 of 10, so I might as well send dudes on this. And you can see it on the bar here. It will show you what you'll get for doing it. And if you get a critical, you will either get more of all these, or in the case of some missions, you will get special bonus items. So, And then down here it'll show you, hey, what's your chance of success with the people you've slotted, and what are the people you have slotted. So I'll just plan this. I've only got one diplomat.
Yeah, I need to unslot somebody to do that one. There we go. She should. There we go. Now we can do this.
The way the system works is that your guys have a job, so to speak, and then they have a number of traits, and each slot has a number of things, has a number of traits and jobs which will increase the chance of success or increase the chance of failure. And both the traits and the quality of the duty officer will affect the chance of success and what rewards you get out of it. So in this case, I had some security officers that have tactful, which is kind of useful for a diplomatic situation. So because of that, I got a pretty big bonus to my chance of success. You can see here that it's pretty much guaranteed to succeed and almost guaranteed to not fail. So I'll just start the assignment, and they'll be gone for
6 hours here.
6 hours.
Conversely, I have a 70% chance to succeed and a 22% chance to fail.
Uh-oh.
I'll take those odds.
Yeah, I guess I had slightly better
yeah, it's probably
luck with my starting. Yeah, it was probably I had better luck with my starting slot of duty officers. And you can get more duty officers. So there are missions that you will find. Actually, there's usually some in back in Starfleet Academy, where you will get a box of random duty officers. As you rank up the categories, you unlock a store where you can purchase more duty officers, and you can also just straight up buy duty officers from the C-store.
I do like the idea of a starship captain just prying open a box and having crew members just kind of pile out.
Yeah,
I mean, to explain how they replace the red shirts so quickly.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Okay, so you are already out of the system, so I will warp out and meet you.
Yeah, and the thing about the C-store bought ones is that they also generally have duty officers with either unique or variant abilities. And in fact, I'll just, while I'm flying around, I'll just show that as well. So you have 2 sets of slots for giving duty officers to you as a bonus, space and ground. And not all duty officers have a benefit associated with them, but most do at this point. So you can things like, if you look at this fellow here, as an energy weapons officer, he has the chance to reduce the time to recharge when using subsystem targeting attacks. So what that means, what that would mean is that if I slotted this into one of my space positions, and if I use any of the subsystem targeting attacks, which I don't, then there's a random chance that one of them will just take less time to cool down. Projectile weapons officer, space, chance to reduce the time to recharge torpedoes. So some of these are really useful, some of these are not. Astrometric scientist, chance to recharge time reduced on all transwarp abilities. That's actually pretty useful. And ground is similar, but an interesting thing about the ground ones is that a little bit ago, Cryptic patched the bonuses for them so that they can also apply to your bridge officers if you are flying, if you are playing alone, which is pretty nice because they didn't at first.
Yeah, that would work better compared. It would make them more on par with humans.
Yeah, and that's also because, really, for the most part, so because the sort of abilities that you have as a ground captain is very limited compared to the abilities you have as a space captain, and honestly, like to be honest, the vast majority of the duty officer abilities actually worked on bridge officers in space anyway, because they were all well, I shouldn't say all, but the majority of them were modifiers or procced on things that you were, like the buttons that you were pushing on your bridge officers. So it was already a little bit inconsistent to not associate, to not allow them to work on bridge officer abilities on ground, but at the same time, they would always be affecting a wide range of abilities that you just plain will never have as a ground captain.
Right.
Like you would have ones like there are whole swaths of them that will do things like affect mortar abilities or affect your summoned drones. And if you aren't an engineer captain who's focusing on using mortars or summoned drones, you're never going to see those ever. So you would need to actually. So the fact that some of these bridge officer ability or duty officer abilities will now affect your bridge officers is really useful.
Yep.
Because it actually makes pretty much all of them useful to you in one way or another. Whereas before, like, even if you weren't a science captain, you could still find use for the duty officers in space that gave bonuses to the various science abilities, because you'll probably have a few of them here and there. And some of them are still pretty useful even if you aren't a science captain. Whereas if you aren't a science captain on the ground, all the duty officers that gave buffs to science abilities, utterly useless.
Yep.
And now it's been fixed. So, hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, hello. So here we are under Regulus system. We're going to go find ourselves some pirate radio.
Arr.
Yar.
We're on behalf of the RAAA. We're shutting them down.
Alright, so, well, there's some Orion Syndicate guys here trying to blockade us from getting to the planet. What a bunch of jerks.
I know.
We should just go and blow them up.
That's what I intend to do. I'm expecting some Klingons on this mission just because of the name.
Yeah, this is probably going to be Klingons.
Kuvah'Magh. Were you? Okay, you're right there.
Yeah. The Orion Syndicate actually work for the Klingons in the story.
Excellent. Klingons like the blue skin or green skinned alien women.
Yeah, that is in fact exactly why.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, really? I was just making that up.
Oh, maybe it is exactly why.
I don't know. I figure.
Well, I know
there's
that
honor and crab involved.
Yeah, like the Gorn work for the Klingons now because the Klingons conquered them.
Right.
I think that the deal with the Orion Syndicate is more along the lines of a trade agreement.
Given they're pirates, it's probably a...
Yeah.
So I probably really shouldn't have kind of rushed in here.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of run out. This is quite the blockade, actually.
Yeah, it's a little heavier because there's the two of us.
It's just one thing I should look in the interface to open up a way to see what you were targeting so we can kind of focus fire.
There is?
I'm sure there is, I just don't have it active.
Yeah. I mean, if you target me, it will show target of target. If you have auto target people attacking you turned on, though, that'll just make things kind of weird.
Pretty sure I turned that off. Normally I would have turned that off. I'm okay, I just need to not face them because my forward shields are like at nothing. Thankfully I can repair my shields a bit, so... Of course they are shooting quite a few torpedoes at me, so... Oh well, if I explode, it'll be fine.
Yeah, your clone will just come back.
Yes, Paklas are known for their cloning technology.
Hey, that kind of turned out to be 3 of the blockade groups, it seems.
From here, it's looking like it's all of the blockade groups, but
there's still a few more over there that haven't quite engaged us yet.
Okay, I think. Yay, I lived.
Yay! Accolade complete. Criminal.
Of course, one thing I should probably do as a cruiser, ergo a tank, is set my energy more toward defense.
Yeah, I tend to find that, especially once you start building your stats towards tanking, leaving the default ones at weapons tends to give you enough shield strength. But at this level, especially if you are going to be planning on tanking, you might want to be bouncing between the weapons and shield default settings.
Take out the fighters. It's not exactly within range of the actual cruiser.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's still a few around, but
yeah,
they will.
No, I mean, that's the range of the cruiser.
Yeah.
The fighters actually don't really hurt you.
No, like they are really just more to be annoying.
Saint Star Wars. Or,
they can deal a decent amount of damage if you let them gang up on you, but once you take out their main ship, they're not that big of a deal. And in a way that's kind of unfortunate, the carrier ships are kind of the same way, but Cryptic has done a better job at making the carrier pets be a little bit more effective. But they have a big the carrier pets have a big benefit over all the other ship types that work on having a pet, in the sense that carriers can keep resummoning theirs, where if you are using like one of the saucer separation ships and that saucer gets defeated, sure, you can reform your saucer back up, but you can't resummon it for like 10 minutes. 5 or 10, either way, it's kind of dumb.
And we have dealt with the blockade.
Yeah. Our 2 ships have just destroyed that, like 20 ship blockade,
something
not counting
like
the
that.
fighters. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Oh,
hey, it's Miral Paris is down there for some reason. I guess we should beam down and see what's going on.
I think I remember this mission.
Yeah, so one thing to remember is that there's a bunch of injured guys around here that we'll need to try to track down if you want one of the achievements. Oh, also, I remember this mission is a little hilarious because she is kind of invincible. So, like, it doesn't matter how much damage she takes. Like, at one point, I got to the end of this with her at 0 health.
Well, she is the descendant of Tom Paris, the super competent pilot, field medic, commando.
Yep, so here's one of the guys, like, right here to heal up. And even though, there you go, finally stands up. Jeez.
Well, it's funny because I have a medical tricorder. I also have a phaser Gatling gun.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
what
one of those.
What exactly is it called? Is it actually called that?
Phaser
assault minigun.
Yeah. I should probably at some point try out the new heavy weapons. Just like I mentioned this in a previous video, but the way the weapons worked before they overhauled them for the shooter mode, like, they were just so bad. There was no point in ever using any of them.
Yeah, I'm basically just doing this for the hilarity of having a fat packlet science officer wielding a minigun.
But yeah, there is nothing wrong with a minigun. So there's some Klingons. And there's a spatial charge to deactivate.
Don't worry, I've got this. I say while firing the minigun repeatedly. That's how I deactivated it. I shot the minigun at it.
Yeah, that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is science.
That is very science. Apply energy to something and it goes away.
Yep.
Oh, hey, you're an engineering officer. Never mind, I'm not going to shoot you.
Yeah, don't shoot the good guys. Jeez.
No, I'm healing this colonist. He's going to be happy. He's fine.
Oh, good.
I said he's fine. You fine? See? He's fine.
You made him strong.
Yes. Very strong.
Yeah, remember if there was more that ended up behind. I don't think there are. So this mission kind of has some areas where enemies will just respawn forever. So there's no need to keep engaging them in some areas.
Except that it's fun.
Except that it's fun. Like, right there. There's some Orion guys that respawn to take the position of guys
apparently
that we already defeated.
Our AI officers decided to take the initiative there.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
No
one ever called the AI smart.
They're not smart like me.
No. You are smart.
I am smart.
Oh, that wasn't the button I meant to press.
Oh, you're fine. You're just faking, aren't you, lady?
Jeez. Stop crying. I think there's 5 in total.
Are you sure you've been shot?
Whoops. Those guys sort of vaporized.
Yeah, I don't even think my minigun hit them.
Oh, and there's another spatial charge. Now, don't shoot this one.
I won't. I'm just going to open this crate.
Okay.
Psh, blood pie. We're going to shoot the crate.
How is it staying good in there?
Where'd you go?
Hi.
Hi, there you are. I was making sure the crate didn't have any reinforcements.
Just in case.
Just in case. Those Klingons are wily.
Yeah.
They can lay an ambush and fit into the smallest places.
You can never be too careful.
Nope. They are masters of deception. And among the subtlest enemies we will ever face. Hi, guys.
Yep.
I think Miral Paris is kind of helping here, shooting them.
Yeah.
A fairly competent AI sidekick, who knew?
Yeah, she's all right at that. It also helps that she's invincible.
Yes. Because she's Tom Paris' daughter.
Yeah. There's another injured fellow.
Can you tell who my favorite character on Voyager was?
It was the Doctor, right?
Actually, yes. But Tom Paris was a close second.
That's beside the point.
Tom Paris is a close second.
Yes, he is.
And I don't even have a third.
No?
Q. Q was my third favorite character on Voyager.
Which Q?
The real one. John Delancey Q.
Because I mean that show had 3 Qs.
No, that show had like It had like 4 Qs as major characters, and then like 5 more randomly.
More Qs than your body has room for.
I know. I'm sure they could probably win an award for script with the most use of the letter Q.
Script with most characters of the same name.
Well, I'm sure the scripts call them something different.
Probably. Alright, that's another charge, and there's probably another injured dude around here.
Somewhere. The injured people are hiding because they're being quiet and not making noise.
That's right.
The SQ does occasionally show up in this game during events and such, so...
Yeah, it's... In general, it's not supposed to be John Delancey's Q, though.
Oh.
It's actually supposed to be his son.
Sad. They could get John Delancey if they wanted to.
Well, the kind of the point was when they were originally making the game and had some missions with Q in them, they kind of didn't really have the money.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, they don't need to get his voice. I mean, it'd be awesome to get his voice, but...
I kind of have a feeling that his likeness is probably expensive at this point.
Probably.
Like either that, or there was something about it that was difficult for them to get permissions for. Either way, the point is that the character of Q, who will sometimes show up in missions, is actually supposed to be Q's son, and not John Delancey.
Q Jr.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. But what can you do? There's already a lot of stuff that this game has trouble appropriately representing because of weird issues with licensing.
Well, they got a few. Come
here, Miral. It's okay. Come on. Hurry up.
You can run faster than that.
My goodness.
Here, I'll motivate you.
Now you're just being a jerk.
Hey, she's invincible, remember? I clearly know that.
Especially to our own bullets.
Of course, now I don't have the secondary charge for these guys, but whatever.
I somehow I don't think we are actually in any real threat.
Probably not. But yeah, it would be great if they could get Q for this.
Yeah, I mean they've gotten a bunch of bigger, like some of the bigger name characters over the last few years.
Yeah. Well, I mean Nimoy does the voiceover at least.
But he did that at game's launch.
Yeah.
And he did some other voiceovers that we will hear at a later point.
Pretty soon now, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty soon.
It's the thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's going to be just like a few missions away.
Yeah.
If not the next mission. Just recently they got... I mean, not only did they have Tasha Yar come back, but they also have... They have also set up Denise Crosby to play Empress Sayla in the expansion.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, she is going to play her character's daughter.
Haha, time travel.
Yeah, right here I think this is the last colonist.
Yeah, I figure there's some people they wouldn't have trouble getting compared to others.
Okay. I didn't get the... Oh no, here's one more over here. Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to be mean and say that some actors
that,
are less famous, but some actors are cheaper.
Yeah. There we go.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine. Yeah, see? Even the game is saying that they're just faking it.
I know. Okay, that time was by accident, I swear.
Right. I'm sure it was. Alright, so we might as well deactivate this last bomb.
Wait for plot to happen.
Yep.
Speak to Miral Paris. Where are you? Oh, you're right there.
Just literally right in front of you.
Well, you were actually off the side.
Alright.
What do you recommend we do now?
Oh, let's just stay here and then we'll enter the embassy.
Alright. Crack commando team time.
Yep. We're gonna burst right in there and save all the dignitaries.
Okay, we need to be quick and quiet, move with absolute precision, shoot only when absolutely necessary.
I think you're the wrong person to say that.
Yes, I was actually hoping there would be guys like right here, so I just open up with a minigun.
Here, I'm going to lay my mines right next to the ambassador. That will not cause a problem at all.
Ambassadors. They're either extras who are just too old to do anything, or ex-main characters.
Yep.
What is this? Oh, this is just storage.
Yeah, just a random box. Oh. Whoops. Mariah's just uncloaked right in front of us.
Cheaters.
Yeah, what a bunch of jerks.
Oh, here, light them. Okay. A warthog.
It certainly didn't last very long.
Yeah, more like a small skirmish targ. Well, he got vaporized.
Yeah. One of your bridge officers just throws a grenade right at her.
She said she's protected by galactic trees. Clearly, the galactic trees literally protect her from any sort of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's
magic,
called diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, they are magic galactic treaties that give them super immunity powers.
Because
or something.
Space science.
Yes. Well, Cryptic's getting ready to launch Neverwinter, so they're starting to throw in, magic items into their other games just to get everyone ready for
what?
A D&D
Why
mindset.
Do I only show that I've rescued one diplomat.
I also only show that I've rescued one diplomat.
Oh dear. I hope this is not messed up.
I hope I'm not about to die. Which would be
die.
sad because I can heal myself.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take cover over here and heal myself. There's my shield again. We lost. Is T'Pol yours or mine?
I think it's one of mine, but I'm.
Uh-oh.
Oh
dear. How do I revive you?
You should have. One of my officers will do that for me.
Okay. Is it sad that I did not notice there was a hotkey for the need read pass thing until now?
I think they didn't really make it a big deal.
Okay, so okay, no, that's 2.
Okay, I'm at 2.
Oh, I see.
I'm at that.
That's
okay,
3.
now I'm at 3. Alright, so let's just go back and make sure that that other person actually escaped.
Yeah, maybe they weren't protected by Federation treaties.
Well, they probably are, but maybe they're just waiting for us to come back and actually tell them, hey, what the hell are you still doing here, you dummy? Oh yeah, she is. We just forgot to talk to her.
Oh well. Yeah, she's a Vulcan. Or maybe an elf. Same thing.
Oh, now we gotta beam up and just beat up some Klingons.
Yep.
Because, we beat up some Orions first, and we're still technically on the Klingon mission, so they still got to show up.
Yeah, like I said, they're in cahoots.
Yep.
Okay, birds of prey.
And they decided to show up literally right behind us.
Yep. Of course, birds of prey aren't exactly a challenge.
No, like this is not difficult, especially since, as I mentioned in another video, because of the way their challenge system works. Like, as soon as you defeat one of the 3-pack of birds of prey, like the whole pack becomes a lot weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for every other ship type, it doesn't matter whether they're at 100% health or 1% health, they are still just as dangerous.
Yeah.
Which in many cases is not dangerous, but still there are cases where it's not exactly always the case.
No, but those types of ships are definitely the easiest enemy type to deal with.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
There's a raptor escort.
Yeah, he's probably got some birds of prey cloaked alongside him.
Cloaking cheaters.
Yeah, jeez. Oh no, there's a
Vorcha battlecruiser. Never mind. He's not a cheater.
He's just kind of a cheater.
Yeah. Take out the escort first.
Yeah.
This is gonna go down quicker.
Boom.
Yeah, for the battlecruiser. The Vorcha. Because Klingons say things funny.
Yeah.
I loved Gowron's just facial expressions in the old shows. The guy playing him was like, make your eyes as wide as possible. And we have to defeat Admiral Bavat.
Yeah, because he's kind of a jerk.
Yep. Take items.
Whereas the ambassador is actually kind of a nice guy.
Well, that's why he's an ambassador.
Yeah.
Trying to target the bird of prey, not the escort. But the game seems to want to disagree.
Oh well. That's okay, I took care of the escort.
I took care of, well, mostly took care of the bird of prey. You do a better job damaging things, but that's, intentional, so.
Yeah, I am flying an escort with an extra front weapon slot, which is kind of filled with one of the best damage weapons in the game.
Yeah. Okay, there's Admiral Bavat. Of course, I don't see what type of ship he's in. He's just Admiral Bavat.
Yeah, the game kind of tends to.
Looks like a bird. The icon's a bird of prey.
I'm pretty sure it's another Negvar.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The game tends to, like, if you are fighting a named character ship, will tend to just name this ship after that character. Although there are actually a few cases where it doesn't for kind of weird reasons.
As hilarious as it would be to fight a Klingon just flying around in space like Superman.
Yep.
What's that?
It's something that's more useful for special weapons science captains.
Okay. Oh, see, we beat him, but he runs.
Yeah. But we are a nuanced negotiator.
Very. Did we get that for winning without Admiral or the Ambassador exploding?
No, we just get that for
being the mission.
Bavat. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we showed our diplomacy with our phasers.
That's a kind of diplomacy.
Yeah, it's kind of diplomacy.
I could make a Star Wars joke and call it aggressive negotiations, but anyway.
And that is the mission.
Yes. And completing it should rank me up, at least. Yep.
Yep. So we both hit level 10, and we can be promoted to Lieutenant Commander.
Which means a new ship.
Which means a new ship, which we will quickly cover next time, before we start on the next mission.
Okay.
But for now, that's it for this week's episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. Thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you again next time.
Bye, everybody.